Is the crown gold? When a crown of mass 14.7 kilograms is submerged in water, an accurate scale reads only 13.4 kilograms. Is the crown made of gold? Obviously, this numerical is based on Archimedes principle. Okay, what is Archimedes principle? Archimedes principle. According to Archimedes principle, when an object is completely or partially submerged in a fluid, the fluid exerts an upward force on the object equal to the weight of the fluid displaced by the object. That means the buoyant force exerted by the fluid is equal to the weight of the fluid displaced by the object. According to Archimedes principle, F buoyant is equal to weight of the fluid displaced by the object. Weight of the fluid displaced by the object. By the object. Okay, this is weight of the fluid displaced by the object means what happens here. F point is equal to Fb is equal to W minus W dash, where W is the weight of the object in air. Weight of the object in air, and W dash is the weight of the object in fluid. Okay, weight of the object in fluid. Therefore, Fb is equal to weight lost by the object. Weight lost by the object. Okay. Now, this you can make out with the same thing I did with the free body diagram. This is the free body diagram given in the textbook. Okay. Suppose if you see this free body diagram, when the object is in air, the weight is balanced by the tension. Okay, tension in the cable. The cable is attached to the spring balance, and then the spring balance is giving the weight of the crown. Okay. Again, what we are doing, we are submerging the crown in water, and then we are taking the precaution that the crown should not touch the sides of the container and also the bottom of the container. And the weight is, what are the forces acting on the crown here? One is the buoyant force, and another one is the tension, apparent tension, and another one is the weight. Now, weight is downward, and then tension, and then buoyant force are upward forces. So, suppose if we equate the forces, what happens? Sigma F is equal to MA. Sigma F net is equal to MA. Am I right? This is the Newton's second law. And then acceleration is equal to 0 here because the object in static equilibrium. And then what are the forces acting here? F tension, apparent tension, because the actual tension is this one, but this is the apparent tension, plus buoyant force minus Fg is equal to 0. Or Fb is equal to Fg minus F tension dash. Okay, but F tension dash is equal to W dash. Okay, and then Fg is equal to W. W is the weight. Am I right? So here we can write like this. Fb is equal to W minus W dash. Okay. Now, what is W? W weight is equal to weight W is equal to mass times gravity, mg. Now, how to find out the mass here? There isn't any direct method now. So what we do is, here we have to equate the mass to the density. Okay, so we will write here density is equal to density rho is equal to mass by volume. Okay, here the volume is V. Now what we do is, here Fb is equal to W minus W dash. Okay, so Here W is equal to mg, that we will write here. From this we can write m is equal to rho v. So mass of the crown is equal to density of the crown times volume of the crown. Okay, from this weight of the crown is equal to weight of the crown is equal to rho crown times volume of the crown, V crown times G. Okay, now we have to find out, we have to write FB. And then FB is equal to W minus W dash. Okay, now that I write here. So FB is equal to rho water, that means fluid, rho water times volume of the water displaced by the crown. Crown times G. Okay, here this one I will, according to Archimedes' principle, the volume of the water displaced by the crown is equal to volume of the crown. Okay, so that I will write. So volume of the water displaced by the crown is equal to volume of the crown. So here, two factors are same in both. Okay, now what I do is W by W minus W dash I will write. So that is equal to rho crown, and then I will write volume of the crown as V. Okay, and then both are I will equal both to V, so that my writing will be simple. So volume of the crown is equal to volume of the water displaced by the crown is equal to V. So therefore, rho crown times V times G divided by rho water times Vg. Therefore, W by W minus W dash. W minus W dash is the weight lost by the object. Okay. So here the values are given to us. So W is equal to 14.7 times G divided by 14.7 minus 13.4 within brackets G is equal to rho crown divided by rho water. Okay, so what is the value of this one right here? Rho crown divided by rho water is equal to 14.7 divided by 1.3. Am I right? Yeah, 1.3. So this is equal to 11.3. Am I right? So this is the 11.3 is the answer for this question. So what is 11.3? 11.3 is the density of the, this is the density of the crown. Am I right? Because this is the downward, this is the relative density of the crown. Okay, here what is given to us, this is density of the lead is given to us. So this is matching with the density of the lead. Okay, now this is the relative density of the crown. What is relative density? I write here. Relative density is equal to relative density or specific gravity. Both are one and same. Specific gravity is the ratio of density of the substance, density of the substance to the density of water, to the density of water at 4 degrees centigrade. Why at 4 degrees centigrade? At 4 degrees centigrade, water has the lowest density. That means at 4 degrees centigrade, the water density is equal to 1 gram per cc, or 1 into 10 to the power of 3 kilogram per cubic meter. Water has the lowest density at 4 degrees centigrade. Okay. So this is how we can equate the uh, weight to the density, and then we can find out the substance, what substance the crown is made, without dismantling or without spoiling the shape of the crown. We can make out what is the material made up what material the crown was made up of. So here is the crown is made of gold? No. Then what is the material? It is lead. So the crown is made of lead. Okay. So this is how first the moment you see this kind of questions, you should come to know that this question is based on the Archimedes principle. So what is Archimedes principle? Archimedes principle is buoyant force is equal to weight of the fluid displaced by the object, or weight of the fluid displaced by the immersed object. That means whenever an object is immersed in fluid, either partially or completely, the buoyant force exerted on the object by the fluid is equal to the weight of the fluid displaced by the object. Okay, that is the Archimedes principle. And then here in this question, we are covering two principles. One is the Archimedes principle, another one is the specific gravity or relative density. Okay. So relative density is the ratio of the density of the substance to the density of water at 4 degrees centigrade. Why at 4 degrees centigrade? Because at 4 degrees centigrade, water has lowest density. Okay, and then water is stable at 4 degrees centigrade. Above 4 degrees centigrade, it is stable. Below 4 degrees centigrade, the volume changes and density changes occur, because below 4 degrees centigrade, the water exhibits anomalous expansion. Okay, so that is why we always consider above 4 degrees centigrade. Or another reason is at 4 degrees centigrade, water has the lowest density, and moreover, it is at the fluid state. At 4 degrees centigrade, water will be at the fluid state. Okay, so hope this helps. Thank you. Bye bye.